Okay, and welcome back to Legacy. Once again, I am Matt Orfanello. I'm doing both deck techs for this particular matchup because one, it's all my cards. I put all these decks together, and two, my good friend Adam, whom I'll be play testing against, was just more comfortable with me doing them because I actually played these in a tournament today and yesterday, and I'm a little bit more familiar about why some of the cards are here and why some aren't. So getting right to it, this is our combo right here. This is our combo section. Show and Tell, Sneak Attack, Griselbrand, the Demon from the Hell Vault with the Tin Fins, and Emrakul, our Flying Spaghetti Monster. So you're going to win this game by either show and telling either one of these characters into play, or using Sneak Attack to attack with these creatures right here. And the great thing about Griselbrand is he draws 7 cards. That's ridiculous. Nothing draws 7 cards right now. And so when you activate Griselbrand, if you have Sneak Attack in play, it's likely that you're going to find an Emrakul on that same turn, and you'll be able to attack for the full 22 and just kill all at once. And in testing, I've found out that winning all at once is pretty nice. So over in this section, this is how we find our combo. We've got 4 Brainstorms, 4 Ponders, and 2 Intuitions. Pretty straightforward. We're going to be, on your early turns, you're going to be doing a lot of deck manipulation, and these are just the best cards in order to manipulate your deck. And then we have our protection package. We can support the full 4 Force of Wills because we have plenty of blue to go around. We even support Misdirection. And the reason I really like Misdirection is obviously because it's free. You want to be going off as early as possible, because the later the game goes on, there's actually a surprisingly high number of ways to deal with these monsters. So if you can get them off early in the game, then you're going to be a lot more likely to win. And you want to have free counter spells so that your opponent really can't do anything about it. And that's why I've also included 2 Daze, because you're going to be going off on those early turns. Spell Pierce is here as well, because it's just fantastic. So moving on to the mana base, we've got 4 Lotus Petals, because when you're activating Griselbrand, if you have Sneak Attack in play, you want to be able to activate Sneak Attack more than once in a turn. And drawing into these Lotus Petals will allow you to activate Sneak Attack again, even if you've already made your land drop this turn. We've got the 3 Volcanic Islands, 2 Basic Islands, and 1 Mountain, because you don't want to get wasted out of a game. That's the worst feeling, is when you just can't get the colored source you need. You get wasted out of a game. We've got the 4 Scalding Tarns because they fetch our basics and all our duels. And then I chose 4 Misty Rainforest here, but really it could be any blue fetch land, any combination of the 4. Actually, if I was going to take this to a major event tomorrow, I'd probably have this be 2 Misty Rainforest, 1 Polluted Delta, and 1 Flooded Strand, just to mix it up and give you a little more variety. And then moving right along, we just have the 3 Ancient Tombs and the 2 City of Traitors. And that's to allow you to go off potentially turn 1. If you can go turn 1 Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Show and Tell into like Emrakul or Griselbrand, that's pretty busted. There's not a lot of things people can do about that, and it really just adds to the overall explosiveness of the combo. So I'll meet you guys over at the sideboard. Okay, and we're here with the sideboard for Sneak and Show. We're going to start off with our bounce package. I've chosen 1 Chain of Vapor, 1 Echoing Truth, and 1 Wipe Away. I like mixing it up because you never know if anybody's going to play Chalice of the Void or anything that'll affect things of a certain casting cost. And I like Echoing Truth for different reasons too. It's also good versus any sort of tokens, if there's multiple tokens or any multiples in general. Wipe Away has Split Second, so it's uncounterable. And Chain of Vapor is just a 1-drop, so it's fantastic in its own regard. We have 3 red blasts. Well, one of them's a red blast, and 2 of them are Pyroblasts. And the reason I've mixed it up is basically protection versus Meddling Mage. I mean, it's not likely that someone's going to name a Meddling Mage on Red Elemental Blast versus a Sneak and Show deck. That would be kind of silly, but you know, if it's their 3rd Meddling Mage or something, it's good to just have a nice mixture of answers. We have our Graveyard Hate. I have 2 Grafdigger's Cages and 1 Tormod's Crypt. I'm just not really sure which one's better for this deck at this point, so I'm kind of mixing it up. The 4 Leyline of Sanctity are important because that's really what's going to protect us versus heavy discard. And it's also great versus Storm Combo, which, if you've been following the Star City events, has won the last 2. It's won 2 weeks in a row. Storm Combo, I believe, is a very strong choice, and it blanks Tendrils of Agony. Really makes him have to go through a lot more hoops. And then we have two Through the Breach. And that's just to add threat density to the deck. There's certain matchups where you're going to want to take out Force of Will or just other cards, and it increases your combo pieces, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that's the sideboard, and hopefully we should have some pretty exciting matches.